I was living in the van. I have this old Volkswagen van. And I was traveling around, but was really looking for a base. But I didn't want to have a mortgage again. So I started exploring alternatives. And so my father knew somebody who was starting up this project. And so I kind of rolled into it and got lucky. There's about 30 houses here. They're not tiny, like ours is not really tiny, but some are. And most of them are just experimental or alternative way of living. And I think it's about 60 people living here, some children. And we have pigs. Their names are Karl and Baguette, like the French bread, baguette. And they're super cute. There were some people who had them, but they were moving and they couldn't take care of them anymore. So we took them, adopted them, and then made this little place for them.
So they're like a pet?
Yeah, they're like a pet. They're here for fun. We're not going to eat them.
And they're not going to eat us too.
Hopefully. So yeah, most of the plants you see are edible. This, for example, is a...
Yeah, I don't know the English word for it actually.
Eleagnes. It's like a berry. And here we have some strawberries.
Cherry tree.
A cherry tree.
And an almond tree. This one.
This is mess.
Blueberries. An apple.
And also
kiwis, but they're not doing so good.
This is our little blueberry hill.
And the strawberry hill.
And we also have strawberry fields.
These are gooseberries, I think, yeah. They're not done yet.
Hazelnuts.
More apple trees.
A lot of pears.
Pears, yeah.
We also are pre-growing these plants here because we have a space somewhere else where we are making a food forest. So when they get bigger, we take them to the food forest and then we put small plants here so we can take care of them here, and then when they're big enough they can go live somewhere else.
Yeah. I built a pizza oven here, but a while ago with the storm the chimney fell off. But it's easy fixed. It's just cob, so.
From what did you build it?
Yeah, those stones were just hanging around here on the terrain. So I used these as the structure and then filled everything with cob. And yeah, well, it's been outside the whole winter, so now it's kind of rained away a little bit, so I have to put on a new layer. But yeah, that's an easy job.
Nice project.
Yeah.
And we also have a little hidden area over here.
Right now it has been raining a little bit lately, so everything has...
It's gone wild.
Yeah.
But we actually made a little porch on the water side, but yeah. We have 10 chickens and now we have 8 baby chickens.
Yeah.
And we used to have a rooster, but he's gone, unfortunately.
Yeah. But probably the baby chickens will have a new rooster.
This is our T2 that I used to live in. And now we use it as a band car for our performances and also for our vintage shop. Actually, I was dreaming about having this particular van for a long time, and then I found an offer that was too good to be true. And I bought it and I got rid of the house. Started living in the van. So we had this empty wall, but we had a lot of books. And we got all these things from second-hand shops and just made them on the wall and created a nice bookshelf situation. And then over here is the bathroom. We also made this barn door from second-hand material. It used to be a shed in somebody's garden. So come in. This is the bathroom. We just have a normal shower, normal toilet because we have water and electricity. And also our washing machines and dryer. Actually, it's quite luxurious for a tiny home.
At first we had normal grips for this sap, but they kept falling off, so I put spoons on there. And we're still working on this piece of art with beads that actually came from one of these things you have on your car seat. Yeah. We like using stuff that's broken.
This is our wardrobe. We've just painted it in this color because it used to be gray, but we are getting rid of all the gray in the house because we like green. And yeah, we just have a lot of stuff clothing because we also have a vintage clothing shop. So we just keep on finding stuff. So we need a lot of space for that. We're not really the minimalistic kind of tiny house people. we are gatherers. Yeah, so this is my part and this is Ruud's part.
I'm not going to show my part.
It's too messy. I'm also going to keep this closed, yeah. I think. And yeah, here's just our games. And here's a lot of stuff we made from the garden, like oils and medicine. So this is our swing. We just found it at the second-hand store and actually wanted to put it outside. But then we figured it would be nice to be able to swing inside, and we really like it. Most of the stuff we get for the house, almost everything is second-hand. And also the materials we use to build the house.
This is the place where we put all our music instruments until we got too many, so now a lot of them are at our atelier. But that's where all the clothing from the shop is, and a lot of more guitars. And yeah, we just find them everywhere, and then we have to bring them.
So that's what you're doing for a living? You play music?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we do music, and we have the vintage clothing shop, and we also have kind of a theater act. But yeah, music is
the main.
What we do the most, I think.
Yeah.
And planting trees, but that doesn't make us any money.
Makes us fruit though.
Yeah.
So this is our pellet heater. It's an efficient way to heat up the space. So it uses these little things that are not here now. Oh yeah, like this, pressed wood. And it's an electrical system, so you can choose the temperature, and it's very easy to decide how warm you want it to get. This is Snow. She's cute, and she's also from Bulgaria, and she really minds her own business around here. She goes outside, play with the neighbors. Yeah, this is the living room. We don't really sit here a lot, actually. The dogs use the couch more than we do. But in winter, we really like to sit here and read books, yeah, or drink tea in the morning. But we have this space upstairs that is our chill room. That's where we sit more, I think.
Yeah.
All the windows are recycled.
Yeah. We found all the windows and the doors on Marketplace. Or the place...
The Dutch eBay.
The Dutch eBay. And yeah, just actually build a house around the doors and the windows we found. I started building by myself because we didn't meet yet. And I really wanted to put up a yurt, like the real tent yurt. But I figured that it would get moldy soon if you travel, and I like to travel. So I thought of making a yurt from wood. And so, but I'm not like a designer. I drew the sketch of the house, and then carpenter drew the design. So and then I built it together with that guy, and I started collecting all the doors and all the material from different places, and then yeah, we started. There's some new things like the beams, yep, for the roof, because of course we needed to have good size beams, but that's actually the only thing.
We're really into plants, so yeah, this is one of Rome's projects. It's a biodome, and it has all kinds of plants in it. And this monstera actually we found in a dumpster of a garden center, as well as some of the plants that are on the next floor.
It's actually a lot of work to take care of all these plants now.
Yeah.
Because we have a little jungle.
Yeah.
This is the kitchen. We have a very nice kitchen with induction stove and an oven and even a dishwasher. And plenty of space to be in here at the same time. So one person can be cooking and the other one can be taking care of these plants or doing anything else or drying food. And yeah, it's just we didn't want to save up space for the kitchen because we really like to cook and bake. And also we made this herbs rack with the same way we made the bookshelves, just little cabinets from second-hand shops. And then yeah, filled the wall.
You have proper electric boiler.
Yeah, just a normal electric boiler. We've been planning on making something in front of it, but didn't happen yet. So
But
we
the stickers are nice.
put on some nice stickers.
And we use this window to get some new trees growing for the garden. This pickup I got from my parents when I was like 5 or something, and I always was pretending to be a DJ when I was young, and it's nice to still have it, and it still works.
We bought these two also from the second-hand shop and just made the whole thing fit in there, so we can also hide it if we're not using it. We also made these stairs ourselves. Just wanted to be small, but not so small that it's scary to go up and down. Yeah, and then we have to crawl a bit when we get up because it's
In the middle, you almost can stand.
yeah.
You can stand.
Here you can stand, so you don't really have to crawl. But yeah, yeah, I'm in the jungle. This box is storage for extra blankets. We actually found it yesterday.
Yeah.
It's from Paramaribo, because it says on top, so it's pretty cool. And we found this bamboo bed. We really like to have a big bed, even though the space is not so big.
Because we like sleeping a lot.
Because we like sleeping. And this is Simba, who is also a stray cat, who found us on one of our travels. So I've built the house in a way that you can still take it apart when we have to leave, because this spot is temporary for 5 years. Now I know that it's going to be longer. It's probably going to be 10 years. But I made all the beams in a way that you can take them out if you have to move the house. And also the walls are put together in a way that you can separate them and then bring them to your new spot. But it sounds easier than it will be, I guess.
So when all the design was done, how long it took to build it?
Well, I started in January and I was about done in June. So yeah, a little less than half a year. And
Did it by yourself or if I had contractors?
yeah, I did it with the carpenter and also with friends and family. But we worked on it almost every day. So yeah. And I didn't know how to build anything before I started, so it was a big learning curve as well. I was inspired by the yurt, and I really liked the round shape of a yurt and the feeling of a round house like that. And also the structure of the roof from a yurt. I thought it was very beautiful, so I really wanted to make it look a bit like that and have light from the top to have a natural feeling also when you wake up in the morning. Yeah.
And how many square meters in total?
So it's 50 square meters, and then we also have this, so I would say 70. Yeah, so it's not really tiny. It's actually big. But, yeah. So this is our little chill space. As I mentioned, we're not really chilling on the couch as much. So at the end of the day, we mostly go here. And we also have a TV hidden under here. We don't have TV connection, but then we can watch something from the laptop.
Her parents made her do on Christmas Eve. Take the marble in your hand, look right through it at the man who's convinced you'll be just fine in the light of the fire. Passing me by on both sides, I'm addicted to the slow lane. Passing me by, that's alright, I'm addicted to the slow lane. Standing in the rain, always waiting for the train after working the whole day at 7-Eleven. He met a girl coming down from the other side of town, and she set up the alarms at the railroad station. Passing me by on both sides, I'm addicted to the slow lane. Passing me by, that's alright, I'm addicted to the slow lane. 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 I'm addicted to the slow lane.